What is up, everybody? Triforce Caboose here. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. If you can hear my voice right now, then you have stumbled into another episode of Go Figure. This is my part of the internet where I am your host, and I take you through all things action figures, statues, bust, or anything of the sort. But I won't run my mouth too long. If you want to catch me on any other part of the internet, all the links to my socials are down below. But without me running my mouth, let's get right into today's video. But I hope to see you around, hope you're doing well, and look forward to chatting with you soon. Be safe and be good people, my friends. What is up, guys? Triforce Caboose. Hope everybody is doing well today, and welcome to today's episode of Go Figure. Today we're going to be taking a look at two separate WWE Mattel Elite figures, those being the Series 84 Sheamus, as well as the Series 86 SummerSlam Seth Rollins. I'm really excited to get both of these figures in my collection, one being the Rollins, because Rollins is one of my favorite current active competitors, and this attire was one that when I saw him compete at SummerSlam against Rey Mysterio, I knew immediately. It's like when Edge competed at WrestleMania this year. You see a figure, or you see an attire from a wrestler, and you just know you want the figure in that form with that attire. So I'm very excited to get that here. As well as, surprisingly, in all my years of collecting, I've never owned a Sheamus figure. So I saw this recently. I actually picked this up yesterday on a whim. So it wasn't something I originally intended to review, but it's here. Figured I could go ahead and knock them both out at the same time. So yeah, enough of me running my mouth. You guys know I like wrestling. You know we're going to get into this. And I'm really excited to get both of these out of the packaging. So we are going to start off with Sheamus here. So let's go ahead and get them off the stand individually, take a look at the packaging, and go from there. So yeah, looking at Sheamus by himself, you have standard Elite packaging, Series 84, and WWE logo up top, True FX. Window box, you see the nice necklace accessory, fisted hands, nice gripping hands, which I'm already excited about. Cloth goods shirt, which I like. Down bottom, you got all the legal stuff. Nice image of Sheamus. Nice image of Sheamus. Same image of Sheamus with his little write-up. I'll let you guys pause and read that now if you want to. And then everybody else in the set. I almost bought the Roman Reigns because I actually don't have a Roman in my collection yet, but I've kind of actually really been wanting a Sheamus figure for a while, and Kim is a big fan of Sheamus, so I figured, let's just do it. So yeah, enough talking. I've got him off the stand. Let's get him out the box, get him in the hand. And here we have Sheamus out of the box, looking great. I'm a very big fan of this Sheamus figure. I love the body mold. I love the formula they used to get this figure. All of his accessories look really good, even though it's just, you know, the shirt, the necklace, and the hands. I really like the detail. Sheamus wears fairly simple attires, you know, with the wrist tape, the traditional wrestling trunks, knee pads, boots, but I really feel like they really went the extra mile with the accents of silver and things like that to just really make the figure pop. Sheamus is a very pale gentleman, so he does have, you know, a very like distinct contrast between the paleness of his skin, the darkness of his attire, and the brightness of like the red hair. I think they did an excellent job bringing that together. Let's go ahead and take a look, starting off here with his accessories, which are going to be the closed-fisted hands, which are very simple. Standard Mattel fist, interchangeable hands. Sculpt looks good. I don't have any paint blemishes or anything on my, I mean, I say that, there is this, but this is going to be so far on up in the wrist, it don't matter. They're standard fist hands. I don't know what else I can really say about those. Now, getting into Sheamus himself, I guess I'll go ahead and take off his little Celtic cross necklace real quick. Nice, soft, pliable plastic. If anything, it feels a little thin. I would be a little worried about breaking that. Sheamus with his hair, the sculpt is very boxy, so I would be nervous more about popping this loose from the actual cross. But yeah, I like it. It's simple. It is a nice contrast as well with the shirt, so I do like it. And then, you know, standard Mattel shirt. Velcro in the back. Sheamus got some thick biceps though, so this shirt is very, very tight around the biceps. So you kind of gotta, I'm gonna have to pull it inside out just to get it off. There we go. That's, oh my God, Sheamus, stop, I'm on camera. Stop making me look like a dumb fella. All right. So, I think it really looks good. Sheamus is, I mean, if you guys see Sheamus on his YouTube with his Celtic workouts, Sheamus is a really, really ripped individual. I think they did a good job balancing the shoulders with the body so that it doesn't look, you know, like a boulder shoulder type joint, or joint but disorder there. I know we had that problem with the Rhino Elite. Nice detailing on the actual trunks. You get a nice detail with the cross pattern on the actual wrist tape. Nice lettering here as well. Symbol there on the knees. And then you do get the crosses as well on the back of the boots. So yeah, I think it's a very solid Sheamus release. I mean, it just amazes me how much Sheamus like doesn't age. And to prove a point, in post GCX, can you put a picture of Sheamus from his debut to a picture of Sheamus now? One of my only issues is on this side right here. You can see a little bit of the paint did not actually get onto the sculpt. So there's like hair sculpted there that doesn't have paint on it, which won't be hard for me to fix. I can fix that up really well. And yeah, I think the face scan really captures the likeness of Sheamus. Nice sculpted hair going down. Again, no paint blemishes anywhere. And again, I'll just let you guys see some of the details there because they really did a great job. Because Sheamus, like in essence, Sheamus is a very simple figure, like detail wise. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy, and I think they did a really good job just making it pop. Now, let's get into articulation. You guys know I like articulation here. Sheamus will look up about that far, down about that far. I do wish that Mattel would start doing the hinge joint in the neck like the AEW figures do, because I know they have just the ball joint here, and I like it. I mean, it gets the job done. I mean, homeboy can... And also, you know, oh, his neck is tight. Actually, that's just the chin. His neck's not even tight. It's just the beard sculpt catches the shoulder. But yeah, full 360 up there. But yeah, that's only one small grievance I have. Shoulder will go all the way out. Bicep swivel 360. Shoulder goes 360. Single jointed elbows. Still excited to see double joints on the Elites. Wrist will hinge that far back. That far forward. That's the same for the closed-fisted hands as well. For the ab crunch, you will go that far back, that far forward, 360 at the waist. He's not loose in the waist. His ab crunch is a little loose, which is annoying, but it's nothing. I've seen much more egregious ab crunches. For the legs, he will kick that far up, not really back far at all. 360 on the thigh, double jointed knees. Can't kick the butt, but it's standard for Mattel. Boot rotation 360. Feet will go down that far. Up that far. Little smidge of rocket. Stands in just below 7 inches, which puts him right at 18 centimeters tall. So yeah, I'm going to get him back on the stand here at the end of the video along with Rollins. But in essence, I like the Sheamus figure. I think it's one of the better Sheamus figures. I did say there was no paint smear, but looking at it now, I do have a little bit of red that bled through on his forehead. That's the only small blemish on the figure. But yeah, I think it's a really good Sheamus figure. Of all the ones I looked at, I realized when I didn't have Sheamus figures, I wasn't really familiar with a lot of Sheamus figures. So I looked at some online, and I will say I think this is one of the better Sheamus figures. So I'm very happy to have it in my collection. I got this for $15 at a Walmart, 15-20 bucks. Absolutely. Fan of Sheamus? Absolutely. I don't know how different it is from some of his other Elites, but I really dig the likeness. I really dig the stern face sculpt. I like this figure. That's all I got to say about it. And now getting over to the Elite 86 Seth Rollins, which I am beyond stoked to have in my collection. Trying to make sure my light doesn't reflect off of it. Holy God. This match he had with Rey Mysterio, this gear is gorgeous. This head sculpt is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. More than I could say for a lot of figures. This was one of my most anticipated figures. SummerSlam Elite style packaging on the front. Up top, Elite Series 86 and the Elite. Again, SummerSlam packaging. Bottom, legal stuff. Here you see the picture of Rollins. We do not get the jacket, which is upsetting, but I will take it for this figure. Picture of Rollins again, Monday Night Messiah. Read up here if you want to read it on the back. I'll give you guys a second to read that. Rest of the line here, which I do not own any of these figures currently. Mattel, empowering the next generation through play. Yeah, guys, I really just want to get this boy out of the packaging and into the hand. So he's off the stand. Let's get him out of here and into my hand. And here we have the Monday Night Messiah himself out of the packaging and just looking absolutely magnificent. I can honestly say without a shadow of a doubt, this is one of my favorite Mattel Elites that I own to date. I own quite a few Rollins, and I cannot think of one that I own that I love more than this. It pops, it's so well executed, it's so well put together, and the likeness is just scary accurate. I love it so much. Look at how good this thing looks. I mean, it doesn't need to come heavy on accessories. I would have loved to have gotten a cloth jacket to put over this like he wore at the event, but beggars can't be choosers. There are a few things I don't like with this figure. They are very minuscule, but yeah, he's on the stand. Let's get him off the stand, into the hand. Let's talk about him. So to start with accessories, I know one of these is ported in and we'll talk about it in a second. You do have the open palm hand, the Monday Night Messiah hand. I mean, there's no issues here. Well, so I know it's a reused sculpt. It's really good as far as what it's supposed to be. An open hand. Sculpt looks great. What we do got to talk about, and you'll see it on the other hand as well, is the glove hand. Grip in hand. I love figures that have grip in hand. This. I don't understand why for some figures Mattel can put in a white or black or whatever colored peg, but for other figures they cannot put in a black peg. This gloved hand needs a black peg because look at this. Look at how awful this looks. It's inexcusable. And the same thing goes for this. When it's ported in, there's a smidge of black paint on it, but that black paint comes off incredibly easy, and then you're left with this. And I cannot, for the life of me, Mattel, I cannot stress this enough. This needs to change. If the figure you're making has a glove on, has wrist tape on, has anything on that this should not be there, just make the peg the same color as the actual hand. I do not understand why this is an ongoing issue with Mattel, and it is one of the small things about WWE Elite figures that irks me to the core. This not matching up is just an eyesore, and it's one of the things my eye gets drawn to immediately every time I see the figure, and I hate it. Outside the hands, you do get a kendo stick, which was really involved in his Mysterio feud with Dominic and Ray. Him and Buddy Murphy, who were the Messiah and the Disciple, were caning everybody. It's good. I need to heat it up and straighten it out a little bit, and I do have some paint chipping already around the actual wrap. That won't be hard to fix. I do like it. A little overbleed on the white paint there. It's a kendo stick accessory. It is what you get. And then his last accessory here, before we start talking about the figure itself, is the jacket. Now, this attire right here is a play on Rey Mysterio's Halloween Havoc attire, and this being his last accessory is the vest. I love this vest that they use. It actually secures on all 3 of the pegs. A lot of my Rollins will only really secure on 2 of 3 of the pegs, so it's really nice to have one that actually feels like it's incredibly secure. So that's just a small thing. It's one that I like. It is just a standard Seth Rollins vest. Real pliable. I like it. I love the design here, the play on the Rey Mysterio mask. I mean, what more can you want? So getting into the Rollins, I think that this head sculpt is one of my favorites. I would have liked for there to be an alternate head sculpt with his hair down, which I know you can pull those off like the top talent or top picks or whatever the figures are. I know Rollins has some interchangeable head sculpts that do have the hair down, even some that aren't interchangeable that you can pull. I have plenty of Rollins I can pull from if I want to display it with that. But I do wish it had come with the interchangeable head sculpt. You get the standard Rollins body mold, the body hair, tattoo on the back. Everything looks a-okay there. Nothing bad. Like I've said, my small issue comes from the look at how egregious that is to look at. It's very jarring, and I do not like it. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about these pants, because they're excellent. I always would like to see a sculpted belt with a sculpted buckle. I will accept painted though, because it does still look very nice. Question marks going all the way down. Nice silver pattern here into the black knee pads and solid black kick pads. Here on his right leg, you do have Monday Night and what is supposed to say Messiah. They left it as a blank silver bar. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, it's weird to me. Like, I'm pretty sure the basics have had the Messiah. Maybe they haven't. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is just to avoid like a religious thing or not to upset some people. I may try to go in and stencil in Messiah. I don't like that. Like, yeah, when his leg's up here, it makes sense for Monday Night Messiah, that M-O. But when you bend his leg, he's got M written on his right butt cheek, so I don't know that I like that. I might would have just left this solid pink. I don't think it's enough of an overlap. Or even maybe just drop the Monday down. I mean, you're already going to alter it to not say Messiah. Maybe just drop it down slightly so that way you don't have to do that, because I really absolutely don't like that. And I might acetone that little M off. I don't know. I think this is a base pink plastic, so I should be able to acetone that off. I will probably go in and put Messiah, so I don't know. But standard black kick pads, it's excellent for what it's supposed to be. It looks just like the attire. The attire looked great, so the figure looks great. Articulation time. Boy, put that ugly hand down. We'll look up. Oh, not look up at all, really. Or down. This Rollins head's pretty stiff, actually. You do get a full 360. I do have a little paint smudge right there that it won't very strong on there because now it's gone. Arm will go out that far. Oh, arm's a little stiff, but full 360. Full 360 bicep swivel. Single jointed arms. I'll always say I want double jointed arms for the Elite figures. 360. Hinge, and then also hinge here as well for the ab crunch, that far back. that far forward. I always like the Rollins torsos. I feel like they're really good. I haven't had any issue with any of my Rollins being loose. I do like this torso. It will also go a full 360. Oh, it's a little stiff though. Like I feel like right here it's a little stiff. It may just be mine, but I feel like I have to kind of pull it to like pop it. And it kind of like has like a click right there. I'm just gonna force it. Okay. Yeah, it's just like a little grindy there. For the legs, full 360 on the thigh cut. We'll kick up that far. We'll kick back a smidge. Double jointed knees. I feel like the Rollins body molds, these legs always have really, really great double jointed knees. So I really do like that, which are great for like, you know, curb stomping fools. Yeah. 360 at the boot rotation. Foot will go down that far. Up that far, and just a smidge of wiggle. And then for scale, Seth Rollins to the top of the man bun comes in just over 6.5 inches. His head will actually be 6.5 inches, which puts him right between 16 and 17 centimeters. So yeah, let's see if I can grab him by his man bun. Oh, no. So yeah, guys, there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the Elite 86 Seth Rollins and Elite 84 Sheamus. You guys know I don't like to give figure reviews like on a scale of 1 to 10, but mainly I just like to help with your purchase making process in some capacity as you go about your day. I would say for the price point of $15 to $25, both of these figures are ecstatic, especially the Rollins. The Rollins is immaculate from the head sculpt all the way down to the attire. Sheamus is an excellent figure for what they were working with. Like I say, Sheamus is a very simple guy when it comes to wrestling attires, all fight, no nonsense. I think it's an excellent Sheamus figure. I'd recommend both of these to any collector. I know I'm a little late on the review for these, but holy God, was I so excited when Rollins finally came in. And then seeing Sheamus at Walmart, I was ecstatic too to pick it up and add to the collection. Mattel, hear me out. Mattel, make the pegs the same color as the glove. Thank you. That is my biggest complaint with all of this out of both of these figures. Guys, go buy them. Go buy them right now. They're excellent. They're great. You'll love it. It's worth it. Before I send you out with a lovely rendition of Sheamus' theme song on my kazoo, if you don't take anything away outside of the information on the figures, remember you are a wonderful human being and you deserve happiness and love in your life. You are very much valid and you have worth, and don't let anything in life tell you otherwise or take that away from you. If nobody's told you recently, you're killing it in life. Whatever you're working for, you are succeeding and you are doing better than you give yourself any credit for. And if nobody has also told you, I love you guys, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you very much for taking time to hang out with us here on Go Figure. And as always, until our next crazy, wacky, and figure review, pleasure's been all mine. This caboose is loose and leaving the station.